on the Dance Golf World pod. Josh, it's another week.
Yeah.
More golf has gone by. It is slowly getting colder.
Yeah, it is getting colder. I like it, though.
You know what, though? I do feel like as golf season does slow down a little bit, we find more time to make more content.
We do.
And we got a really exciting show coming up this Thursday.
Yeah, we do.
We are doing a live podcast extravaganza coming up this Thursday. It's going to be fun. Happens at noon Central Time, whatever time zone you're in, whatever part of the planet you're on. Dial it in and find us.
Yeah.
We're going to be on all the major platforms. We'll be on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, maybe Facebook. I don't even know if anybody uses Facebook, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be all over the place. Got to check it out. The live pod coming up this Thursday, noon Central Time. Probably by the time this posts, who knows what day it will be for you by then. But either way, Thursday is coming up at noon. Very fun and exciting. Also, just posted another new video.
Which one?
The day in the life.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We did, I took the camera on sort of a journey of what it's like covering a professional golf tournament. And, I feel like it was kind of exciting to get to show people what I'm up to.
What tournament was it?
This is for Live Golf Chicago.
Okay.
And it was great. It was fun because it was the team championship. So there was a lot going on, more than your average tournament. So check it out. It's up on my channels, Dan's Golf World, as well as on the SI Golf channel, since I was covering media for Sports Illustrated Golf. So you can find it all over the place. Very cool. Very fun.
Yeah, we got a couple big things coming up. We're not going to say one of them.
We're not, but I will tell you, I had a pretty big thing come up last week.
What happened?
Dude, I shot 105.
Welcome to the club.
Dude, here's what I want to say. Before we get in the show, I've got to get this off my chest. And I wanted to wait to tell you about this. So this is a fresh story for you.
He texted me Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what happened? He goes, I'm going to tell you on the pod. So
Yeah.
not only did I have to wait the weekend,
Yeah.
I had to wait all Monday, too, all yesterday.
So we record
rough.
the show on Tuesdays. It gets posted on Thursdays. So we're little more than, a half a week out from when this took place. Here's how it went. And I got to get this off my chest. Ultimately, I'm still pretty distraught. I went out and played Thursday and had a great round. We had a nice little 2v2 scramble. My brother Joe was my partner. We played against a couple other guys. We shot like 3 or 4 under. Even, Joe said it himself. He was like, Dan, you really carried the team today. I played well on Thursday. Friday, I got invited to like a men's skins game at Flossmoor Country Club, not too far from us.
That place is nice.
It is very nice, and it is also difficult. I haven't played there I think I played there once, so I don't really know the course well. It was windy.
Yeah, the wind was blowing.
Blowing. I mean, like, I think it was gusting up to like 40 miles an hour at times.
Yeah, it was moving.
Yeah. And as a amateur golfer who's been playing for some years, I don't have a ton of wind experience, what club to adjust. And I don't think I really handled it properly. And things started to get out of control. It never turned around. I mean, it was just making like double bogeys and triple bogeys and like hitting in the woods and praying the tree kicks it back out to the fairway. And it was bad. I'm like in a bunker. I hit it. I'm still in the bunker. I'm like, okay, I got to get this thing out of here. So then I thin it way over the green, over into some deep rough near like the trees. It was just like, I haven't been that embarrassed playing golf in quite a long time. It was like, yeah, Dan, come out and join us. And he's like, what's your handicap and yada, yada. And it was one of the few times where I wanted to just pack up and go home.
Really?
Yeah. And you know me, like I will play golf like unlimited. Like there's not much that prevents me from playing golf. I love being at the driving range. I love practicing. To me, 18 holes isn't enough. I like to, maybe get in 27, 36. I like a lot of golf. After about hole 11, I wanted to go home.
Now, was it just wind factor or was it you? Like, were you hitting the ball bad or?
things started compounding. So the wind started getting in my head. I'm like, I know what shot I would normally play here, but I don't know if this club's going to get here. So I'm going to add a club, and I need to try and like hit it down to stay below the wind. And I'm like, I just started overcomplicating the round so much in my head that it was like the dominoes started to fall.
Yeah.
And it was just too much. It was too much. And I couldn't get a hold of it. And once the round started getting away from me and I started getting frustrated, and then I was trying to make adjustments and nothing was working. And I don't think I've shot a 105 in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
It's been that long?
Yeah. It legitimately, probably a solid 4 years.
I still need to break 105.
Dude, I mean, generally I shoot like low 80s. A bad round is like high 80s. And if I shoot 90, I had an off day. And so I am 15 strokes above an off day at this point.
Oh. You ever get that feeling when you got a cough and your eyes start to water?
Yes.
That's what just happened.
Are you all right over there? Do you need some spray?
Spray?
I don't know. Isn't there like a spray?
Like...
Not like a Lysol, just like to decontaminate you.
Oh, no, I think I'm good now. I think I just let that all out.
You should blow your nose with a Clorox wipe too, you know what I mean? Just to really get all those chemicals in there to clean it out. It's a terrible idea.
I think I grew up doing that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Keep going. What's going on?
So either way, I feel like I'm still like emotionally and mentally recovering. I haven't golfed since. I just felt like I need a break. I need a little downtime. I might try and go play around tomorrow. I don't know. It was damaging. It wounded me, and I'm still recovering. And I feel like it wasn't me out there.
Yeah,
it's devastating.
When you get into that mode, do you ever just like catch it and then just like, you know what? I just won't just hit balls at that point? Like, are you?
I couldn't, because I don't know why I couldn't turn it around. Like, I was playing with people that I haven't seen in a long time. Also, there were some people in the group that I didn't even know. They were asking me about Dan's Golf World and like playing golf tournaments and like, oh, do you get to play? Like, where else have you played? And like, so I'm like talking all this golf stuff, and then I would step over the ball, and I don't like. There was a point I hit my hybrid and took probably like a foot long divot, like 5 inches deep, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it was just, I don't know, I couldn't recover. I kept trying. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll grab a snack at the turn, get like a Gatorade or something, and like try and, I don't know, change things up. Didn't help. I'm like, I'm gonna pull a fresh glove out of my bag, I'm gonna get a fresh sleeve of balls. I just kept like trying to find the thing. There was no thing.
How many balls you lose?
I think 3.
That's still not bad.
Well, but here was the thing, though. The ball I had started with, I had played 2.5 rounds with it.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, the ball was beat up, and I was kind of like ready to be lost. So I'd gone 2.5 rounds with one ball and then lost 3 balls in that round. So it was a ton. But I'm so shocked I didn't lose more. Like I said, there were 2 occasions where I hit into the woods and it kicks back off a tree. There was another point. This is how crazy it was. So I hit my pitching wedge maybe, I don't know, 145. That's like a fair number for me. I've got 100 yards to get over water. The pin is about 120. Wind's in my face. I'm going to hit my 145 club. I need to only get 100.
Yeah.
125 is the pin, big green. I hit my pitching wedge, what I thought was really well, and it barely made it over the water and rolled down to the edge where it was still in the grass, just out of the water. And now I'm doing like this. I almost took a shoe off, you know, where you like roll up a pant. Like, I'm, you know, there's no point. I don't have a round I'm trying to save.
Were you playing for money?
Yeah, it was nothing crazy. It was like $20 for skins and $20 for close to the hole. So I'm in for like $40. I got to a point where I just wanted to hand him my $40 and go home.
$40 a hole?
No, total, grand total.
Oh, okay.
It was just $40 all in. It's not even like there was a ton of pressure for the money. It was just, I don't know. I mentally fell apart.
Now, when you say closest to the hole, is that just on par 3s or is that
par
like
3s.
From like a, okay.
Yeah. And they kind of had this cool thing. It was like a little circle of paper and a T went through it. And so a lot of times at like these outings, they'll have these big stakes with a sign and you like write your
this
name
was
on it.
like an outing?
It was just a men's group. Like there was like maybe like 6 or 8 groups of guys who just play every Friday morning. So I got invited into like their men's group at a private club. Like, it was just something they do every Friday. A bunch of
And cool
old
to play at
guys.
a private club.
Yeah, it was really nice. I mean, the greens were like rolling at like a 14. Like, there was a point where I hit my ball above the hole and the ball thankfully stopped. I mark it. And when I go to set my ball back down, it just kept rolling. Like I couldn't get the ball to stop to putt it.
There's some firm greens.
Firm greens,
Fresh.
tight, and then wind.
And the weather didn't help it either. It was probably hard because of the weather.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like I set my ball down, I put the club behind the ball, and I hit it like, here, we're going to give an example here. Like my putter moved at about this speed, like boom, it rolls, starts getting speed all the way back off the green.
Wow.
And so now I have to 3 putt again to get back up to this hole. Like, dude, it's frustrating.
I bet. That's me on a everyday occurrence when I golf.
Dude,
Welcome to my world, man.
it was painful.
Yeah.
It was very painful.
Dan, face it, you suck.
God.
It wasn't a fluke round. It had nothing to do with the wind.
Come on.
You are old, out of shape, and have a god-awful golf swing.
Dude, chill
You are
out.
wasting everyone's time with this whole golf thing. Perhaps it is time to find a new hobby. Something you are good at, like crying alone at night, because you have 0 friends.
Dude, chill.
I want you to know I can hear you crying every single night. And it's embarrassing, not only for me, but your entire family.
Damn.
We can all hear you.
Waking up the whole house now?
Dude, that's so personal. That got deep.
I can't believe you're doing that now.
That cuts
Crying.
deep.
Yeah, dude, he hit bone. That's how deep he went.
I don't know. I'm going to move on from this. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Did you?
It's too painful.
So you know how that big hurricane happened?
Mm-hmm.
It's
been brutal.
I forgot what name it is. I think
Helena, right? Or is this one Helena or no? Was it the last one?
I have no clue. What hurricane is this?
Dude, yeah, there has been a lot of devastation all over the place, all across the country. Dams breaking, rivers, Helena, like, and obviously, okay. The most important thing is that people are okay.
Yeah.
That, that people are safe, that they have shelter and food and all of that. Second to that, very far second, not even close to it. Did you see Augusta National got pummeled?
No.
Yes.
It got all the way up to Georgia?
Dude, all over Georgia. And Augusta, there was some drone footage on, I think Zaire on their Instagram I saw. They were flying over Magnolia Lane, the historical drive that heads up towards the clubhouse with all the trees. Like half the trees were down.
No.
Just on Magnolia Lane. Then there was some other footage from out on the course. From where the picture was taken and the vantage point of it, it looked like maybe 40% of the trees were down in this particular picture. And again, most important thing, people are okay. Everyone's safe. Everyone, it is a catastrophe beyond measure for, the lives and these people who live around the area. But second to that, I am very curious what this does to Augusta National, what it does to the Masters, because, I was watching sort of a short documentary series where they were talking about where they would move individual trees just to change the line that players could take on a hole.
Wow.
Right. They're that specific, which with each individual tree on particular holes. And now you wipe out hundreds of trees. What does that do to the course?
That changes the whole course.
What does that do to the Masters? Now, I'm also very curious because we do understand that Augusta National is well-funded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got money.
They do. Are they going to find a way to like helicopter in trees and fix this whole thing so like there is no noticeable difference come, April?
They will.
They probably will.
There'll probably be some differences, and I bet you when the Masters rolls around, there's going to be a lot of footage from that.
Yeah.
Because it just would make sense to do that then.
Yeah.
But I think, dude, they got so many people there, so much money.
Well,
They
and
can
one of the
fix
things
anything.
they said that they were postponing any repair or work to the course before, while the focus right now is on the community. So,
Okay, yeah,
yes,
that makes sense.
Augusta had got pummeled, but that is not our focus right now. Our focus is on the people,
Which
the
it
homes.
should be, yeah. Totally.
All respectable. And again, it is just a catastrophe beyond belief. But in terms of this being a golf podcast, I'm really curious to see how this pans out for one of the most legendary exclusive golf courses on the planet.
Did you see? I saw it. I don't know if it was from this hurricane or if it was a huge hailstorm. It might have been in Florida. I don't know any of the context of the video, but the first video was the green, and it's just a whole bunch of divot marks, but it's from hail.
Yes.
And after that, all you see is like 100 different members using their divot tools and taking out all the divots, and they had a before and after.
Yeah.
Brand spanking new.
Really?
It looked so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever seen the divot tool that's like on a pole?
Yeah.
And you just like kind of like stamp it around?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want one. Is that weird? Is that like overly golf nerd to want one of these like greenskeeper divot repair tools in my bag at all times?
I don't think so. I think that
Does that fall into the category of extra?
it might a little bit.
I'm being a little extra.
It might, but at the same time, you don't want to be bending down.
No. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like, here's the thing. I always try to obviously fix my ball mark.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't find my ball mark, I try and fix another one just because I feel like I'm paying my dues back to the greens and the golf gods. And then if there's any like other sort of standout marks and I've made my putt or I'm waiting my turn, I try and fix like a little extra. I pitch in, I just feel like we're all here together, like rake your bunker, fix your ball mark, maybe fix someone else's. Let's all pitch in. Let's make this place nice.
What I do think is extra, like really extra, is the guys that have the thing on the end of their clubs where they just pick up the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like...
What age is that acceptable, though? There's got to be an age. If you're 100, you could use it.
If you're
80,
I think
65. Okay, 65.
But in golf, don't you want the satisfaction of putting your hand in the hole and grabbing your ball out?
I don't know. I do love ease and convenience and gadgets, but I don't own one and I've never used one. But I get it. But as Gizmo said, I am getting old and out of shape. Maybe I might arrive there before 65. Maybe it'll be like, next year when I'm 39. Who knows? You qualify.
We've all seen that hole-in-one video. We know the comments.
Oh my God. Dude, you know how many people were talking about my man chest?
Your man titties?
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. There's probably, I would say, between TikTok and Instagram, maybe 100 comments of people discussing my big floppy man boobs. Yeah, maybe I need to work on that.
They were moving.
They were. You know what?
But it was for the situation that's okay.
What do you want me to do? I got a hole in one, but I'm going to power walk so that way my gross chest doesn't bounce around. Like, what do I do here? I don't know. There's no proper resolve. Speaking of getting out of hand on the golf course, Tom Kim.
He was wilding out.
The President's Cup this past week, I feel like it was surprisingly good.
It was.
And I feel like some of the dynamics I found interesting. USA comes in, sweeps, 5-0 day one. We're all curious, how's this thing going to go? I mean, the team is stacked. What they say, like the highest ranked player in the world on the international team was something like 36 in the world. And the average ranked player on the USA team was 12. Average. Their highest was 36. These guys are averaging 12.
Wow.
Wild. International comes back and sweeps the next day. Who saw that coming? So USA, they go out there like, oh my God, this is going to be easy. We can just kind of phone it in the next day. International shows up, and now it's like, okay, this thing's on. Like, we got ourselves a golf tournament here, kids. And then the drama just sort of like picked up for the weekend. But the part that I sort of took issue with in it all was Tom Kim.
Yeah.
I like the guy. I do. I've been rooting for him. I like the guy. You know, I felt bad for him at the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this guy's getting shipped off the war, like the whole thing. But there was a series of things that took place that sort of upset me, you know, on a very minuscule level. The dude was wound up. I mean, he is all over the place. He's like fist bumping and jumping and chest bumping and like doing all these like hand motions and running around the green and getting the crowd all riled up. And then like doing cocky stuff where like he goes back and puts his putter down to be like, what, that wasn't a gimme putt? You know what I mean? Like doing that stuff. But like even when the other team can't see, when USA can't see. And then they did that thing where with Scotty Scheffler, they just walked off the green. They went to the next tee box, didn't even watch him finish out his putt, which is like, especially in pro golf.
I have a thing about that.
All right. Well, I'll let you go next. You can have a rant turn here. To me, that is just not professional golf etiquette to walk off the tee, to not even watch this guy finish the hole. I mean, you're supposed to watch the guy finish the hole. That's how you know, the scorecard, the points, everything like that, whatever. And then he gets in the press conference Saturday night and is complaining because he thinks he heard the other team say a swear word at him.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you were so out of pocket all day long, and then you're going to come in here and cry wolf, poor me, I heard a swear word? Like, dude, you were going bonkers all day long. And now the big thing that upset you, because what he said is, I just didn't feel like it was, you know, sportsmanship or sportsmanlike conduct or whatever. It's like, nothing you did was sportsmanlike conduct. And now you're going to sit back like, well, like I was just trying to play golf and somebody said a swear word and it hurt my feelings. I get it. He apologized the next day. He didn't want for it to come off like that. But either way, it's like, dude, if you're going to be sort of acting out of pocket over here, don't come back and be like, well, I heard a swear and whatever. It's like, chill out.
So what all started this is him and Scotty are really tight.
Yeah.
So,
and they've been for years. And I think they have the same birthday or the same birthday weekend. One or the other, but they celebrate their birthday together every year. They go get pizza. And
I think knowing that in his head, he was probably like, yo, I could get away with a little bit more. But then it escalated. But them walking off the green, their coach told them to do that to get their head in the right space so they're not all fired up.
The coach said, guys, go to the next green and stop watching Scotty putt? Mm-hmm. Really? Whoa. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it doesn't. It changes the dynamic, I guess, because it wasn't like a conscious decision like, hey, let's get the hell out of here, screw Scotty. But the coach, to me, is the one who's supposed to sort of be like above the situation. They're like, you know, they're standing on the side. They got their little earpiece. They usually have like their arms crossed and they're like watching everything happen. And then they're like radioing, who knows what. I would love to be able to listen in on that.
Because I think it was a tight match at that point too.
Yeah, it was kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
And then Tom Kim made that long putt and like said a bunch of whatever. And then Scotty answered, which was beautiful and brilliant. And like, we got to see a little shining of the number one player in the world being the number one player in the world. And I forgot what he said. He was like, I don't know. What do you got to say now? Or he said something like that, whatever.
What had me cracking up was Schauffele's response.
What did he say?
He's like, what is he talking about? We were having the fans calm down. Yes,
because that was right. Tom Kim came in the press conference, made that statement about the swear word, the unsportsmanship-like conduct. So then Schauffele came in the press conference shortly after, and they said, hey, here's what happened. This was said about you guys. I just want to give you a chance to respond, which I think was very fair. I think whichever person in the press junket that sort of gave that opportunity to him, I thought was fair, because how would he know that was said? And now he's kind of going to like be left to not defend that or defend himself. Yeah. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything like that. Right. Like we were trying to get the crowd to calm down, all of that. Yeah. What an interesting dynamic.
Tom Kim
Oh,
is
God.
getting all his foolery out of the way before enlisting into the Korean military. Leave the guy alone. He must not be getting laid.
Oh, God.
Poor guy.
You don't think Tom Kim's getting laid?
Does he have a girlfriend? Let me look this up.
Dude, as a side tangent, I'm listening to this this book about Tiger Woods' life. It's like a 15-hour audiobook. You want to talk about dudes getting laid? Oh, holy. Tiger Woods had a heyday, dude.
Oh, I bet. He was probably swimming.
Yeah.
He was swimming. I'm not seeing any pictures here, but what's it called?
I
He
think
Does.
Tom Kim, didn't they do a picture with the international team and he was the only one without like a significant other?
They must have broke up because she was in full swing. Or was that Ashke?
Akshay?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah. So rude.
Either
way.
Yeah, either way. I don't know. I don't know. But even like the press was going after Cantlay, trying to bait him with some stuff, and his response, everyone was like, hell yeah, like that's what we wanted to hear. Like something that wasn't like going after someone, but it wasn't like throwing it under the rug.
Yeah.
And everyone was going after Wyndham Clark because they were shouting Ryder Slice or something like that.
Oh, no.
Because of his Ryder Cup slices, and they started happening.
Oh, no. Like they talked him into it.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It was a wild event. And this is like the finale of the PGA Tour season, pretty much.
Well, and you know what? Like, I love the Ryder Cup. I love it. I love it. And I didn't even love it as much as I do until I went. And then I was like, oh, I love this. Like, I freaking love this. And the President's Cup, I don't have that same vibe, but I feel like after this past weekend, I have a little more of it. Like, I liked watching that. I had fun watching it. Just the battle happened. I don't know. So for me, it gained a few cred points this last week. I feel like the President's Cup moved up on my list of tournaments that I enjoy watching.
Now, what do you think is the big difference besides the players between the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup when it comes to the public? Like, it seems like the President's Cup's not really popular compared to the Ryder Cup, but this year, Tom Kim did this go to sleep Steph Curry. And Steph Curry tweeted about it. Or I think it was Tom Kim.
It might have been
Siwoo Kim.
Yeah, the other, because there was the Kims were playing together.
I think it might have been him. And Steph Curry tweeted about it, and then all of a sudden people are tuning in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that helps.
Yeah.
But there, for some reason, and I don't know if it's just because the talent that's involved, or if it's because USA's won the last 10 and they went like 13-1 or something like that in President Cups.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why is the Ryder Cup so much bigger than the President Cup?
You know, I don't know if it's sort of like a historical momentum, or you look at, obviously, collectively, the U.S. gathers the group of the greatest players in the world for the most part. But I would say in terms of like points and rankings and all of that, Europe would be right there with them. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously last year, the Ryder Cup, they proved that they were best collective region of golfers. You know, I mean, you get Rory McIlroy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like who's just a staple in pro golf. You know, and even, you know, it's so fun to watch Victor Hovland and Tommy Fleetwood and Shane Lowry. And, you know, maybe that's it, because the star power of the European golfers versus the star power of the USA golfers, I don't know what creates that dynamic. But, you know, even when you watch, you know, the Full Swing Netflix documentary series, whatever, they didn't spend an entire season talking about getting on the President's Cup team.
No.
They spent an entire season talking about getting on the Ryder Cup team. So there is a difference, not just among the viewers, among the players, where they feel something different about getting on that Ryder Cup team. How it is, I mean, they talk about one of the greatest achievements and moments in their life is to get to be on that team and be a part of that experience. They didn't bring up the President's Cup at all.
No.
So it isn't just on our side. It's on their side too. The players don't have that same sort of investment in the President's Cup. So I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, because I know like that Sunday, most electric day, probably because they weren't tied, right? Well, what I have it right here.
So we went into the last day 11-7.
Yeah.
But it wasn't such a runaway event at that point where it was impossible for either team. Obviously, the USA had a nice padded lead. They had to get to 15.5. That was the goal.
Yeah, because Schauffele won. Scheffler won. Oh, no, he did not win. Wow.
Scheffler pushed, I think.
He pushed, and then he pushed Tom Kim.
Yeah.
And then Henley defeated Sung Jae. Or that's how you say it. Cantlay defeated Pendrith. And then Keegan Bradley.
So I'm curious about this. It's 11-7. They send all these teams out. Some of the guys had finished before Keegan Bradley, who started after him, just because the way the points lined up. Other people had lost before, whatever. And it's sort of just like with the time and the start times and everything sort of landed in a way where Keegan Bradley got to be the last point.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets this like credit or this like attention for being that closing point. But did he do anything more than anyone else?
No.
I don't think so. It's so weird to me.
I think it's just because he's so hot right now.
But there was so much talk around like, you got to be the closing point. How does it feel? Man, what an honor. I got to like wrap it all up. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything more special than Xander Schauffele's point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or it's like, I don't get that.
Now what happens? Say like they finish their match, or I don't know how the scheduling works with these matches on the last day. Say Keegan Bradley, he won, clinched the tournament.
Yeah.
What if there's still matches going on? Do
They
those
finish
end
them
or
out.
they finish them?
They do.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. And so then the final score isn't just who got to 15.5 first. It ends up being like the full final score. Everybody finishes out their holes. And here's what I don't know. But here's my guess. People talk about, especially in Ryder Cup, how many points they got over their career. Like, Rory McIlroy talks about in an interview how many points he's gotten in Ryder Cups himself. So what I don't know is it's over. It doesn't matter. The trophy's already been handed out and these guys are still out there playing. Is it for sort of like your historical record? Like, well, I didn't get to finish that hole, but I might have gotten a point there that I get to sort of live with forever, where I've played in 5 President's Cups. I've gotten 20 points personally in rounds that I've played in. And because Keegan Bradley finished the round for us, he gets his point. But now Colin Morikawa doesn't get his point because they said, hey, you're on hole 15. Just come on home. It's all done. Smoke cigars and celebrate. So I don't actually, something I would like to actually look up and understand. But I'm curious if it is something around, these guys having their own historical points that matters to them, where I still got that win. Even though the round ended, I went out, I played, I beat the international team, my, singles match partner, and I get that point.
Now, if say like someone sweeps, right? They win 10. What are they going to win? 10 holes?
It's 15.5 points.
No, for a match.
Oh,
you got to win 10, right? For an 18-hole match?
Well, so like on the last day of the singles, it's match play, and you just have to, by the end of it, be up at least 1 to win. So some of these guys played all 18 holes and then tied, and then they took a half a point each.
Now, what if someone clinches it, like say on like 15, like you said? Do they finish out? Or
yeah,
are
well,
they
what
done?
they'll do, like when you can clinch it, let's just say you have 5 points and there's 4 holes to go, it's impossible for the other guy to overtake you, then the round ends.
Oh, okay, so you're done. You don't finish.
Right.
Okay.
In that case, because it's an impossible scenario for them, even if they've got every other point, for the rest of the round, it's not enough holes left to beat. So you'll see sometimes like they finished 5-4, meaning I got 5 points with 4 holes left to play, and that's where it ended. Or 2-1. I had 2 points with 1 hole left to play. So yeah, that is the way to clinch the match play and end your round early.
Okay. That was President's Cup for Dummies.
President's Cup for Dummies. You know what, though? It does remind me that games are fun.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are so many times where it's like, you're either, we go out and golf, we're just playing our own ball, shooting a score, seeing how we do, or it's some variation of a scramble. Like, to me, that's like the 2 most common formats of everyday golf around here.
I feel like I play better. Like when we go out and you're like, all right, hey, on this one, I'm giving you X amount of strokes. Or like from here, we'll be like on the green.
Yeah.
Or like just around the green and then we'll go, okay, from now on, tell me how many it takes you to get in and stuff like that. It's like a focus thing for me. I don't know if it's just because I'm competitive or if like that's the type of drive I have like towards anything. But it definitely makes a round more fun when you got a little bit of like a game going.
Sure. Put just a little something on the line. And I played, I went to an event at this, at the golf facility, the cool indoor place in town that I like to visit. We played around. It was like $1 a hole. So the most you would be out is $18.
That's nice.
Right. And I ended up like, and we only played 9 holes. So the most you'd be out is $9.
Oh, that's nothing.
Right. So the maximum on the line is $9. But that little, like, 4 guys all putting in $1. If I get this hole, I made $4 on the hole, or 3 additional because I didn't make my $1, whatever. So I had to put up 9. I left with 12. I made a little money. I made $3. Yeah. But it like matters a little more. Like when it's time to pull like a few bucks out of your wallet or whatever, like, I don't know. There's just something about it. Like, I don't want to hand you my money. Like it does. Like you kind of kick it up a little bit. I said I haven't played golf since then, but I did play a little indoor golf. I just haven't played outdoor golf since Friday.
There's no wind in indoor golf.
Right. So I play incredible Thursday. I just catastrophe Friday, and then I win a little bit of money on Saturday. Like, that is golf, dude.
Yeah, that is golf.
That is brutal.
Dude, our new thing is with my buddies.
Yeah.
We get a free mulligan, right?
Okay.
I think
to
it's
use
only,
at any time?
No, it's only on the tee box. We have a like a little kid driver.
Yeah.
That we had to hit with that.
Yeah.
For a free mulligan. We call it what do we call it? I think we call it Mjolnir, or like, Thor hammer.
Yeah.
This thing is probably like this long.
What's the name of Thor's hammer?
Mjolnir.
It has a name?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
For real?
Yeah, no, I've never seen Thor.
You've never seen Thor?
No. What? Who's
okay,
got time to see
I'll
that?
be honest. You could skip past Thor.
I could. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
you could skip past Thor, but once he gets with like the teams, like the
What
Avengers,
team?
the Avengers.
Who do they face? The international team? Like,
yeah, just Tom Kim versus Thor.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Oh my God.
That's funny. That's actually funny.
So give me a rundown. You have a kids club, and so let's just say you hit the drive with your own club and it goes bad. You only get a redo if you use the kids club. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you don't, you just take a drop.
Yeah.
At the box again, or
yeah,
we either will take a drop where it
but
landed.
Like the without penalty option is using the junior driver,
the baby driver. Yeah.
Is it lefty or righty?
It's righty.
So, if you're using it, you're like double screwed because
I mean, I can still hit righty, but it's
but well, here, this would be interesting because I can't hit lefty, but you can kind of hit righty. Like if we were to play around like switched where I've got to figure it out lefty and you got to figure it out righty, you'd probably beat me.
I probably would.
Yeah, for sure.
Because playing righty for me is so weird. Like I'll mess around, say like I have my girlfriend with me at the range.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let me show you this. I grab the club, like a 3-iron or something. And then all of a sudden when I, get comfortable now, I'm now comfortable after 3 shots. Like nothing. Like I'm like,
what changes? Like what is the thing?
Do you know what it is? And it happens to me in bowling a little bit. It's like I get into this autopilot mode.
Yeah.
And that's where like I start throwing errant shots. So that's probably why I'm swinging and hitting errant balls.
Do you think, like, is there something different that happens? Okay, the first few balls when they're going really well, are you like still getting settled in? So you're thinking about everything, like my stance, my grip, my position, my posture, my takeaway, whatever. And then after you get a little warmed up, you're more like, oh yeah, I want to smash it to that fence. Okay, let's go. And you're not like running through all of that.
When I'm hitting righty or lefty?
Well, just when you have the transition from playing well to it all of a sudden sort of not going well.
Definitely like my typical range session, I grab a 6-iron.
Yeah.
Just go through the motions. Just easy swing. I just want to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to kill it. And then I slowly get faster, but then I slowly go up clubs. So like I start with my 6-iron.
Yeah.
And then I start speeding that up. Then I go to a hybrid. Then I go to a wood. Then I go to my driver.
Yeah.
And then once I'm at that driver, I'm pretty much all warmed up. So that's where I'm really working on my driver. And that's where I developed that fade shot.
Yeah.
Where it's just, I'm not slicing it no more. It's just a nice little
falling to the right, for you falling to the left.
Yeah. And from then on, I just go down clubs.
Yeah.
And then at the end, usually when I have like maybe 5-10 balls left, I grab the driver and just full swing it.
Yeah. Tiger Woods talks about he likes his very last club on the range to be the very first club he's going to hit in his round. So whatever he's doing, he'll kind of go through his whole routine. But if hole 1 is a driver hole, he will finish with the driver because he wants that very last feel. And he'll even visualize, like, I know maybe the hole sort of dog legs right. So, for him, he's going to play a little fade. And so the very last thing he's going to do is just take the driver and just hit a few of those fades. So when he steps up to the tee, that was the very last thing he felt.
That's a good idea.
I like that. It's not like, I was just hitting some punch 7-irons and now I'm going to hit my driver. It was like, no, I just did it and I'm going to redo it. And I have that feel and I'm off to a great start.
That would be a fun video though. Me, you versus opposite hands.
Oh my God. It would get ugly. I mean, the great thing is you have lefty clubs, I have righty clubs. We could literally just switch bags.
And we're like around the same height. We should be fine.
Yeah. Oh my God. That would be so bad. It would feel like my Friday round all over
You
again.
would feel so uncoordinated.
Yes.
Because even when I grab, and I grew up golfing righty.
Yeah.
So when I grab a club now righty, like I tell you all the time, like this don't feel right. Like this is weird that this don't feel right because this is my natural stance.
Where it instantly feels weird for me is the hand stacking. Like,
yeah, that's
to just
where it
go
is.
the other way. Like, soon as I put the club in my hand and I grab it, it's like, oh wait, no, I'm hitting lefty. I've got to go the other way. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what to do. Like now I'm already lost.
Yeah.
But did you see? There's a junior golfer, amateur golfer, but he was like, I think he was in like the U.S. amateur, whatever. I don't know, but very high level young golfer. He hits reverse grip.
I saw that.
He literally is backwards hand and is pounding the ball. Like there's Matt Fitzpatrick does that with like his wedges and his short game. Like he's got a thing where, because people started doing that with their putter. They're like, okay, I'm going to switch hands to kind of stop any flipping and I can just kind of move through the ball. And he started experimenting. He's like, well, what if I do the same thing with my wedges, where instead of like flipping and like getting that miss shot, I'm going to go here and kind of eliminate any of that flipping. And he started taking it through his wedges. Well, now this kid's like, well, I'll just do it through my whole bag. Like, why not?
I might have to try that with some chip shots, see how that feels.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure right off the bat it'll feel terrible.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's something that like you connect with that idea, it could be something worth exploring.
And golf is one of those sports where it doesn't hurt to do it. Like baseball, you try to do that.
Yeah.
You're hurting yourself. Like that's.
Yeah.
Like imagine like, so here righty. So like this.
Yeah.
like you're legit hurting yourself.
Yeah, there's no room for stuff to happen.
No.
Make a mess. I don't know.
I got something for you this week. We got a game.
Okay. What do you got?
The golf draft or the DGW draft. All right, so this is a little thing I came up with. I see it all the time on different podcasts, but this is a little different one. We are drafting a golf bag. Every round you pick an item for the golf bag. So you could pick these in any order.
All right.
One for each one. We have a brand of a bag.
All right. So I got you. Bag brand, club brand. We're not going to get any specifics. It's just full. You'll go full set.
Yeah.
Like whatever
set.
brand you pick, you're going top to bottom. I got it.
Golf ball brand and type.
Okay.
And then technology, which is rangefinder, speaker, power bank, swing analyzers, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be specific. You can just say which one you want. And then accessories, same thing. You got your tees, divot tools, ball markers, gloves, towels, rain gear, sunscreen, snacks, club brush, and ball retrievers. Now we'll do a draft style. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
We're going to go one at a time, or do you want me to work my way through it?
We'll go one at a time. But you don't, so like say like on our sheet here, it says number one bag brand or bag. That doesn't have to be your first pick.
Okay.
So you could pick any of the from the 5, but you only get one from each one.
I don't mind going bag brand.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going with the Toomey bag.
Oh.
Dude, they sent me a bag, and it is hands down the most durable bag that I've ever had. I've gone through 4 golf bags over the years just from like wearing them out. My Toomey bag is a monster. I'm going Toomey.
Okay. Toomey bag for you. And then my first round pick, I'm going with golf ball.
Okay.
I'm going with the Titleist Pro V1.
You're taking Pro V1.
Yeah, I have that down as the example here, but I'm taking that down. That's the best ball in the market.
All right. I would say next, I'm going to go club brand. And I've played a lot of clubs over the years, but my Cobra clubs have advanced my game, and I don't want to give them up. I need them.
Oh, yeah, those. I want a set of Cobras.
Yep.
I'm going to go brand bag. So I'm going to go bag brand, and I'm going to say, I had a couple in mind. You took mine though.
Yeah, wow, good.
You did.
All right.
You take mine. You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple.
Yeah.
I like your bag. I'm gonna go with the Cobra bag.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Cobra bag.
Josh is going Cobra bag. All right. I feel like, you know what? I'm going to jump down to technology.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to take a unique pick here because rangefinder is important to me, but also so is like other course data and music. I'm going with the Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, man.
Because it's got the range data on it, your distance data, you got music, you got the app, you got the whole thing, whatever. It's sort of like an all-in-one. I'm taking the Bluetooth.
Wow. You've taken 2 of mine now, and it's ridiculous. So I'm going to go club brand. I'm going Callaway.
Okay.
Because I've been wanting to, that's another dream set of mine. It's getting either a Callaway or a Cobra, but you took Cobra, so I did. Go Callaway.
I robbed it. I would say next, I'm going to have to go. Oh man, if I jump down to accessories, this is a tough one for me. Would I rather, I'm going tees.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a toss-up between tees and gloves. Those are 2 very important things to me. But I feel like I can make the adjustment without a glove more so than not having a tee, hitting driver off the deck. Like even, you know me, I use a tee everywhere, like on every tee box. Even if it's a par 3, I like a little tee just to like boost, give me a little confidence, I
think that's just confidence. I don't think you have it so deep in there. I don't think it does anything.
Yeah, it just fluffs it up off the grass. So I don't feel like I've got to like hit like kind of like dig it out at all. Like, I don't know. It's confidence thing, mental thing. I'm going tees.
All right. For I'm gonna go accessories here. You know, I like these things on the golf course. You know, I like using them. I like consuming them. I got to go with the snacks.
Oh, you're going snacks.
Going snacks.
You'll take snacks over. Wow. Okay.
Well, I don't use a rangefinder. I don't mind not having a glove.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to pick between a glove and snacks, like if my life depended on it, I'm picking snacks.
That's true. Like if you're on a desert or island, a golf glove's doing you nothing. Snacks, they'll bail you out.
Sunscreen only matters at the beginning of the season because once you get that initial burn, you're fine.
Yeah.
Rain gear, don't need it.
I made a conscious decision. I quit sunscreen. I just don't do it.
Really?
I just decided I'm not going to do it.
It's not good for your skin.
But is the chemicals in sunscreen good for your skin?
I don't know.
What is it made of? Here, how about this? Go down to my kitchen and make me a badge. Is that possible?
Dude, I can't make you
What's
food.
in it? You know what I mean? Though, like read the back of it. What's in that thing?
We'll have to. I was about to say I have some in my golf bag. We could go read off the ingredients list.
So I just decided, like, unless I am on like a winter vacation on a beach in like the Caribbean, and I know that I am like January pasty white, and I'm going to take my shirt off for like 10 minutes, I'll go sunscreen then and then only. But for any sort of like standard activity where I'm wearing like a shirt, polo, whatever, I'm not doing it. No sunscreen.
Okay.
I made a hard decision in life. I quit.
All right.
I know.
Is this your last pick?
All right. I would say the last thing I'm going to go ahead and need is my new favorite golf ball. And it's the Bridgestone.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going with my Bridgestone golf ball. Which one am I using now? It's it's new
BMX. No, it's not BMX. That's a bike.
The RX, RS, RSX, God, what the hell?
RBX.
Something like that. Oh my God.
I'll figure it out.
Whatever
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's over there. I've got a box of them over here on my desk. I just started them this year. So whatever. It's the red box.
Okay. And I have technology. So, I mean, I ain't got much to choose from because, you took my speaker.
Yeah.
I don't need a rangefinder because a cell phone does not count on this list.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm going to go with a swing analyzer. Swing analyzer right there.
Something to really improve the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will give me distance.
Yeah.
Usually swing analyzers have rangefinders on them.
Yeah. So you're talking like kind of like a ball launch monitor of sorts. Interesting. Wow. Okay.
All right, read it off. What we got?
All right. So for the bag brands, I went Toomey, you went Cobra. For club brand, I went Cobra, you went Callaway. For golf balls, you're on the Pro V1. I'm on the Bridgestone red box. Technology, let's see here. You went swing analyzer, and I went with the Blue Tees speaker. And for accessories, I took golf tees, and you took snacks.
That's a solid list. Whoever you think won, comment down below. I think I might have lost that one. But at the same time, I don't know. You ain't got snacks.
Hey, we'll let the comments decide.
You might need snacks for that 105.
Dude, I need more than snacks.
Rangefinder didn't help you there.
All right, Josh. I think we covered it all. That is it for now. Remember, we're going to be back Thursday for a very special live podcast. And again, on Thursdays moving forward. But I think that's it. Did we cover it all?
Yeah, we got it all.
We covered it all until Thursday.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll finish up then. Thanks, guys. Give us a follow. We'll see you soon.